Hey, what up, everybody? XWF1234 here, back for you with you for another video. This video is going to be titled WWE Superstars, the Thursday night show, which now airs here on YouTube and WWE.com, I believe. Should be its own brand. I've actually been thinking really hard about this because I like Superstars. There's a lot of athletes who aren't in the main event card, who aren't even on the brands. Well, they're on the brands, but they don't get used. So why have some superstars who aren't getting used, and then they end up quitting, or you firing them because you don't want them anymore. So that's what I'm talking about, and I made a list of the roster. I went off of every superstar that WWE has, including Divas. Now, the reason why I think that Superstar should become its own brand, excuse me, is that, again, the superstars aren't being used, so why not make a belt, even make another, make the ECW brand. They have the ECW title, even if you just have that one title there. Or maybe even put a little tag title, like bring up the guys from Developmental, so they get some WWE tribal experience. Okay? So, first off, I compiled a roster. And these are guys I either haven't been seen used properly, or they don't use them all that often, maybe every once in a while. And that roster comprises of Kurt Hawkins, former WWE Tag Champions with Zack Ryder, and I heard that on Superstar they've been trying to reform the tag team of Hawkins and Ryder now. That ought to be good. Long Island Ice Z and then Zack Ryder. Long Island Ice Z, Zack Ryder, and Kurt Hawkins, yeah. That ought to be good. Evan Bourne, even though he did wrestle on Monday Night Raw, I haven't seen him used properly. He's just been the whipping boy for Sheamus and Randy over there for a while, so put him over there. The Usos, they never used him on Raw. They're not using him on SmackDown. I haven't seen him on any big show for 6 months. Besides their big feud with the Hart Dynasty, they haven't really done anything. So put the Usos on Superstars as their own brand tag team, Jimmy and Jay. JTG, he has an ongoing feud with, I can't remember, on Superstars right now. So, yeah, so they need to put him on Superstars as his own person, maybe even bring Jane Jacob Novak. I don't know who won NXT last year. So, Caitlyn. Caitlyn was the winner of NXT Season 3. And besides for once that she made a guest appearance, I've never seen Caitlyn on SmackDown. So, yeah. Michael Tarver, Mr. 1.9. Yeah, Mr. 1.9, as I like to call him, because he claims he can knock out a guy in 0.9 seconds. So, after Nexus kicked him out, or he got, I don't know, that was very young, but Michael Tarver didn't officially get kicked out of the Nexus. I think got injured, and then they just took him off. Primo, he had some match with Sin Cara, Sin Cara's first official match. So I don't think they're gonna use him. They're just using him as a whipping boy, just like they're using Evan Bourne, just basically to get over the big faces and the big heels, you know. So that's what Alex Riley, besides the recent, I want to call it a heel face, or he's like on the fence. I'm not sure, you know. I'm thinking he's going to be face rivaling with the Miz over the two brands. You know, I've tried the NXT logo, NXT thing. I never did like Alex Riley until he did turn on the Miz, because you know, I could see it coming for weeks. Alex Riley would just be in the uh you know, the Robin, the Mrs. Batman. Sorry, that's the only reference I could think of. But you know, so now Alex Riley's trying to be Nightwing, and Miz is trying not to have him become another Robin. So I think that rivalry is actually going to be really good. So Santino Marella differs. I've heard right now that him and Kozlov are feuding with Hawkins and Ryder. The newly recame back tag team of Hawkins and Ryder. I heard they were feuding with them on Superstars. Again, I don't watch Superstars all the time because it gets a little boring. So Santino Marella, besides that one WWE Unified Tag Title run, isn't really in the loop. Skip Sheffield, again, another man that didn't get officially booted from the Nexus. He got injured, and they just rid him off. Trent Beretta. Now, when I first heard of Trent Beretta, it was on ECW. Like right at the end of the ECW brand run. Him and Kalen Croft. Not many people know him, but they split up the tag team, and Trent Beretta has just been there. I believe the Dude Busters were a really good tag team. I think Kalen Cross probably got injured or something, and they just wrote him off, and then hired, you know, kept Trent Beretta, and he's been feuding with, I think, Tyson Kidd, I believe. Yeah, over some Tyler Rex, newest addition to the Raw roster. The Dreadlock Demolition Man. I believe they could do awesome things with this guy. They could have him a monster heel. So, and if they want to build him up to where fans know him, put him on Superstars. Put him on his own brand. Tyson Kidd. They haven't been using Tyson since, you know, right now they're establishing this thing between Tyson and Trent Beretta, as I said. I believe it's Trent Beretta. Can't remember, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Trent Beretta, but I can't remember. But then they have been bringing in past the WWE superstars. Like he had Michael Hines, whatever that dude's name is. I can't remember. I'll look it up. But yeah, and like last time on Superstars that I watched, they had I'm sorry, what? Armando Estrada. There we are. Sorry, I couldn't remember that for a minute. He had Armando Estrada, Armando Alejandro Estrada at ringside as his business partner or business consultant. Yeah. So yeah, William Regal. Or no. Now, well, I'll skip up. I forgot one. William Regal. He's officially supposed to be retired. And, you know, if they want to get William Regal not only over as a heel, you know, even though he's officially retired from the wrestling business, make William Regal the general manager of Superstars. You know, get him over as that heel general manager, just like Eric Bischoff was when he was manager of Raw. Well, William Regal was former GM of Raw. So, get him over that heel GM character. I mean, Teddy Long's a face GM character, and then the anonymous Raw general manager's offense. So, why not have William Regal be the heel Superstars GM? Vladimir Kozlov, again, besides for a WrestleMania match, when it was the last time he was on WWE programming. Honestly, besides like NXT and Superstars, I can't remember. That's what, because they established him, and then they give him that big old push after they established him, and then they don't do nothing. So yeah, Yoshitatsu, again, an awesome dude. He high flying action. He's really awesome. So I think he deserves to be at least a champion once, or at least get a title shot. Because I'd love to see Yoshitatsu carry the IC belt. Because I don't think anybody besides Wade Barrett be an Intercontinental Champion who's never been based out of America has won that belt in like a while. Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is a guy who I know they could do a whole lot with. Long Island IC, I've actually become a fan of him. The other way. There, so that way it looks right, since you're on the opposite side of me. But, it's actually, you could do a lot of things with that kid. Husky Harris. Now, Husky Harris got injured by Randy Orton, and he didn't make his return. Maybe he decided to quit, but he was still on the WWE roster, so maybe he's actually injured. Eve, the first diva I've talked about so far, because they honestly aren't using Eve right now, because they're just using her as like a Kelly stepping stone or something like that. Let Eve go to that brand, get her life back in order, get her, wrestling back in order. Even put Kelly on there if you really care about her. So then my next choice is Drew McIntyre. I don't think he's had a WrestleMania match yet, so establish his character, get him like the heel, and then make him turn face for like a month or something, then he turn back heel. He's a good heel. Chris Masters. When Chris Masters burst onto the scene, I believe it was back in 2005. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it is. He was that monster heel. He was the masterpiece. He still is the masterpiece, but he tones it down to a face character, and I think that's an awesome character for him to be in, because he could become one of the face of the WWE. So Chavo Guerrero. There's not much I can say about Chavo except why in the heck did you have him face somebody like Sin Cara at a pay-per-view to make Sin Cara look good? That's it. He may feud with Sin Cara, just to make Sin Cara look good. Brodus Clay. Since Alberto Del Rio and Brodus Clay kind of split up, I have not seen Brodus Clay at all, even though, so make him on Superstar, make him there, and get his name established. Beth Phoenix, put her on there, because you're not using her at all, so why don't you just put her on a separate brand? Alicia Fox, again, you hardly use them. Please use her. AJ, I haven't seen AJ wrestle yet, but I almost gotta go. D.H. Smith, David Hart Smith, again, even if they have to reform the tag team with Tyson Kidd. It's time for me to go. Peace out.